Hello and welcome to the Met Office 10-day trend. You only have to look at the last 10 days to see how much weather we can experience in the UK. 10 days ago it was cool and unsettled, and since then we've seen 6 or 7 successive hot days, mainly in the south and southeast of the country, much cooler further north, but for all areas we're seeing this thundery breakdown, and it's a prolonged thundery breakdown that continues into the weekend and the start of next week, turning things much cooler gradually by the start of next week. But the main trend for next week is that low pressure will stick around for most of the week. And that means that the weather will generally be very mixed, with certainly some rain for most of us. Now, let's deal with the thunderstorms first of all, because we've seen this plume of very hot air extend northwards across the country, with above average temperatures as far north as central Scotland, but well above average temperatures for southern parts of the UK. Joining that plume of hot air, we are also seeing low pressure turn up, and the combination of low pressure and heat is leading to a thundery breakdown, and we'll continue to see those conditions ripe for thunderstorms well into the weekend. One difference by the time we get to Saturday is that you see the red colours disappearing. It is turning much cooler, and so we lose that heat energy somewhat. So we've still got low pressure nearby, but it relaxes away to the west, and high pressure in the north will settle things down only briefly during Saturday for most of us, before the jet stream then starts to get into action and pushes another low up from the south by Monday. And although it's much cooler, there's still the risk on Sunday and Monday of some very lively thunderstorms moving up from the south. So plenty of thunderstorm potential, but potential doesn't necessarily mean everyone's guaranteed a thunderstorm, because they pop up fairly randomly, and you can see that on Thursday afternoon. The main risk area being Wales, central and southern England, but you can see the scattered nature of them. As temperatures rise through the day, these thunderstorms will pop up just about anywhere in the south. Further north, Scotland, Northern Ireland, Northern England, largely staying dry. Best of any sunshine in the west, and where it will be quite warm. But in the east, we've got this low cloud creeping in. It will be a gloomy kind of day along these North Sea coasts, with a cool breeze as well. But in the southeast, it's another hot day, not quite as hot as it has been recently. By Friday, that cloud cover coming in from the east will cover most of the country. I think it will be a claggy kind of day, lots of cloud, lots of humidity as well after another uncomfortable night for sleeping. And further thunderstorms developing. Wouldn't take these too literally. There's a chance just about anywhere across the southern half of the UK for these thunderstorms to develop during the day. It is much cooler, however, with temperatures only in the mid to high 20s. Further north, a quiet day once more, and western Scotland, Northern Ireland seeing some decent sunny spells, misty in the east once again. Now later Friday, this low pressure will tend to disappear away. That's the one that's bringing us the current thunderstorms. And there's another low waiting to the southwest, but in between, high pressure starts to build into the north, and so actually continued fine weather for Scotland, Northern Ireland, and much of northern England, and a quieter day to come further south as well. But a lot of cloud cover, again misty in the east, some patchy rain and drizzle about, a few showers possible. But for many it's a break between any thunderstorms. Best of any sunshine south and west. It will continue to feel warm, temperatures still a little above average, except for that North Sea coast where it will be on the cool side. By Sunday, well, that low pressure to the southwest then swings back in again, carried by the jet stream, and that extends the thunderstorm risk more widely into mainly southern parts of the country at first. Sunny spells and risk of thunderstorms before slowly transferring that risk further north by Monday, but still northern and western Scotland, parts of Northern Ireland, largely avoiding them. However, this is how things look for the start of next week. The jet stream diving to the south, we've got low pressure centred over the UK. It's a slow-moving area of low pressure, and it looks like it will persist throughout next week. Some uncertainties by this stage, by Tuesday, Wednesday, about exactly what the weather will be like. There's likely to be outbreaks of rain spiralling around this low pressure, but the thunderstorm risk will diminish during the middle of next week. The really clear signal is that temperatures will go down. Now these two graphs show the temperature trends for Glasgow on top and London on bottom, and you can see both of them well above average over the next few days. And then these red boxes here indicating daytime temperatures. During the weekend they head back down to the red line here and here that shows around average. They're still a little above the red line through next week, so still a little above average. but not as much as we're seeing at the moment. And the good news for many places, I think, is that the blue boxes, the overnight temperatures, will also be dropping off a little, so it's going to be perhaps a bit more comfortable. Here's another exciting chart. It shows the most likely high pressure or low pressure signal for the next 2 weeks or so. The more red the box, the more likely on that particular day that we'll see high pressure, and the more blue the box, the more likely we'll see low pressure. And this is the latest model run on top there. And it just shows that really clear signal around the middle of next week for low pressure centred over the UK, and that signal continues into the following weekend. Previous model runs didn't have such a strong signal, so there's still some uncertainty about that, particularly later next week, because certain computer models suggest that it may ease off a little bit as far as the low pressure is concerned. So there's the chance, just the chance there, later next week, that it will perhaps be drier. But otherwise, generally, low pressure through next week. We start the week with thunderstorms, and through the rest of the week, I think we'll see some outbreaks of rain, at times interspersed by sunny spells. Of course, you can find all the very latest on the weather during the next few days on the Met Office social media channels, and you can follow any outbreaks of rain or thunderstorms on the Met Office app. Bye-bye.